Hello folks, Bill Vales here. This month we are going to talk about Windows 10. It probably seems like almost yesterday Windows 8 was released. Actually, Windows 8 was released in October 2012. People ask me all the time, why are there new releases? Why do things have to change? With technology, change is the constant. People are constantly finding new problems that need to be solved. New hardware devices are developed that require computer control. People develop new computer applications that require additional capability. Take a look at some of the major companies and their products. Apple, Oracle, Adobe, to name a few. You will find there are new releases of their products about every 2 to 4 years. Customers expect the companies they are doing business with to still be developing and still innovating. When a high-tech company stops developing, they are considered to be dying. With Windows 10, Microsoft has started a very aggressive program to get people to upgrade to Windows 10. The incentive Microsoft is providing is that for 1 year, users of Windows 7 or Windows 8 or 8.1 can update to Windows 10 at no cost. It is free. Once the free upgrade period ends, you should expect to pay between $119 and $199, depending on whether you upgrade to Windows 10 Home or Windows 10 Pro. You have 1 year from the time of the Windows 10 release to decide on taking this free offer, so there's no rush. For those of you using Windows systems, you may have noticed some new icons, notices, and pop-ups appearing about the upcoming release of Windows 10 and how to acquire it. Some of these notices have been disconcerting to people, since the notices appear to be like nuisance pop-up ads and other forms of malware. I encourage people to be very aware of changes that appear in their computing environment. Reading every message, every pop-up, and exercising extreme caution with every click of the mouse is key to keeping your computer and your data safe. Let's take a look at some of these notifications and see which ones are legitimate and which ones are not. First, let's look at the legitimate notices and changes that we might see on our system. What I'm showing you here is based on a Windows 7 system, and you'll see many of you have probably noticed on your Windows taskbar over in the system tray area, which would appear on the lower right corner of your desktop screen, a box. And you can see the red arrow pointing to this box. This is the Get Windows 10 update box on the screen. Okay. If you were to press that, you see on the screen up here, it says Get Windows 10. If you were to press that, you would get an advertising screen that Microsoft has made available to you that lets you reserve a copy of Windows 10, and I emphasize reserve as opposed to get. There's been so many requests to acquire Windows 10 that Microsoft has had to reserve a copy for each of you before they can push them to your systems. This is a legitimate Microsoft advertisement that you can see from your taskbar. Now, every now and then on your taskbar, you may see an advertisement similar to this, asking you to reserve your Microsoft update. And these are the pop-ups that have been becoming somewhat disconcerting to people, wondering if they've been infected with pop-up ads. And it's really good to be cautious about that. If these pop-ups are coming from your desktop and not your browser, they are probably legitimate, but it makes sense to go with extreme caution. Another message that may occur from your from your taskbar is this: your free upgrade is waiting. So Microsoft has been really engaging in an aggressive, some would say a guerrilla marketing campaign to get people to upgrade to Windows 10. Now, another area that people have seen changes in their system is if they go to their update history. And they notice in their update history, they may be finding that there's been upgrades to Windows 10 home systems that have failed. This is part of the Microsoft upgrade strategy, that if you have not upgraded, it'll be recorded in your update history as failed. And I'm really not in favor of this technique because it does worry people that some things have changed. And if you were to look further into that upgrade, you'll see more advertising for Windows 10. It turns out that these are absolutely legitimate. Okay, now let's consider a Windows 10 scam. Scammers are well aware that many users are confused by the Windows 10 update procedure. Scammers are taking advantage of this confusion with social engineering scams delivered by email messages and pop-up ads appearing in emails or from web pages. If you have seen Windows 10 pop-ups from a web browser or email, it may be a scam. So you need to be very vigilant reading messages and being aware of the context when a notification occurs. The importance of this cannot be understated. Now, this one Windows scam, you can see here, it came in the form of an email message, comes from Microsoft, and it has here the text of the scam. There's some characters that don't print properly, and that's a major key that this is a scam. But another thing is down at the end they have a attachment here. It's a zip file, and if you were to press that zip file, it's, as we say in security, game is over. Because if you press that zip file and open it, what's going to happen is this scam is going to install what's called ransomware on your system, and it's going to lock up your system unless you pay a ransom. So you need to be very, very careful about that. Now, why is Microsoft pushing for users to upgrade to Windows 10? Well, plain and simple, Windows 8 was a flop. More than 2 years after the release of Windows 8, less than 14% of PCs are running Windows 8. With Windows 8, Microsoft missed its opportunity to get its operating system onto desktops, PCs, tablets, and phones, as well as other devices. Now, with Windows 10, Microsoft has a second chance, but they must act quick to consolidate their user base around this new operating system. Offering it for free is one way to increase the adoption rate of Windows 10. Second chances do not happen often in high tech. Microsoft needs to get Windows 10 right. I need to emphasize that this tech talk is not suggesting that you upgrade to Windows 10 quite yet. Rather, it is trying to make you aware of why you are seeing Windows 10 advertising appearing on your system. I have done 2 Windows 10 upgrades on test systems, one from Windows 7 and the other from Windows 8.1. Future Tech Talks will talk about the Windows 10 upgrade process and my experience with it. That's it for this Tech Talk. Practice, 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 and we'll see you all next month.